just completed the installation of the blue LED lights for this 2002 Tahoe. And those are all done and installed and look good. And now we're going to change the faceplate by adding this US Speedo custom gauge face. Stainless steel with, it's already got a little bit of a blue tint, so see how the blue tint looks with the blue lights. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you were just doing the US Speedo, you're going to need to pull part of the dashboard off. You see the panel? There's one corner. There's a second corner. And then moving over, I got the light in one hand and the camera in the other. There's the third corner and there's the fourth corner. This thing comes off amazingly easy. And start down in this corner right here. I might need two hands for this. How about up here? Oh, there it is. There's one and there's two. I'm just gonna kind of come around. There's three. Switch hands. And there's four. Oh, I forgot to tell you one important thing. Make sure that your parking brake is on. All right, put it all the way down into the lowest position, which is 1, and tilt your steering wheel all the way down as well. All right, and then now, if I can do this with one hand, this thing just comes right out. And that's all there is to that. All right, and then getting the cluster out itself is just a matter of 4 bolts as well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the whole thing should probably take you less than 5 minutes. But that's how you get access to the cluster itself. Looking at the directions, the first thing I'm going to want to do is make a note of where my needles are. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the sheet that they provided. All right, so I am going to go ahead and mark. They provided a little sheet here. I'm going to go ahead and mark the sheet with where the needles are. Now, in order to get the cluster out, make sure you put the car in a low, or excuse me, first gear, and put the steering wheel in its lowest position. And then the other thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal from the battery. All right, now it's safe to disconnect it and the thing's not screaming at us, so 2 good things. So once you've done your 4 bolts, it's pretty simple. You just, well, it's hard to do with one hand, but I think I did it in the other video. And I'm gonna probably just, I can't do this and hold the phone. Well, no, there's no way. All right, so the trick to that is to press on this. Obviously, if it were still there, press on this middle like that, and then kind of shimmy it back and forth until it comes out. But that's that, and you're left with your cluster. So there's your cluster right there. And then there's, we want to separate this. We want to separate this black part. And there's a clip there, 2 clips, 2 on each side, and a bunch across the top. So 4 on the top, 2 on the sides, and 2 on the bottom. So and that's just a matter of 1. I've already done the 4 on the top. And there's the last one. And voila, we have access to the bulbs right there. Alrighty, so I'm inside the shop now. A nice clean area. Well, it's not really clean, but in the general area here, it is very clean. So, and I've washed my hands, and I've got to take this plastic, they call it a lens, take the lens off. So there's 2 clips on the bottom, and I think there are 4 on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the lens now. And here's what it looks like at this stage. All right, next step is to remove the needles. And US Speedo has given us this nifty needle removal tool. Trying to do it I was able to do it one-handed. So there's that. probably easier with two hands. So I'm going to go ahead and use two hands for the rest of the needles, and I'll come back. Okay, all the needles are removed, but this particular gauge cluster has needle stops. So okay, so now it's time to just remove the black backing. And I'll try to capture how some of that goes here. I probably won't be able to get the whole thing, but it's just stuck on there good. Like really good. Like really good. I'm gonna go ahead and two-hand this. Alright, once you've done that, you're left with the lens. Let's see here, and here. This side came off much better than this side did. So, and then that is just absolutely filthy. I don't know whether you can tell that or not, but I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, I'm going to clean that up while I'm thinking about it. Because that's 15 years of yuckiness. I'm going to go ahead and clean that. I'm going to see what I can do to clean this up too over here. Alright, so to clean up this mess right here, I'm using just a tiny bit of glass cleaner. As a matter of fact, I didn't spray it on there because I didn't want to get glass cleaner in any of these electric parts. I actually sprayed the glass cleaner on my finger and then just kind of lightly put it on where the goop is, and then I'm just using this razor to kind of scrape it away. Alright, so 5 minutes is all it took to get all that goop off of there, and I feel much better now because it's a nice smooth surface for the new one to adhere to. Alrighty, so with this all cleaned, I'm going to put on the gloves, and then it's as simple as putting the faceplate on. Alright, so I have super carefully applied the stainless steel. Still have the gloves on. And I just tried to make sure that I got a bullseye for each and every single one of those needles. That's how I lined everything up before I dropped it down. Take that little plastic piece off the back. Alright, now back to the car. Alright, so I went back down to the car and put the needles on. It was effortless. They went right on. Just put them back where they were the last time, and everything was good. And I also checked per the directions to make sure that these guys will fit behind the handle. So all of these are good. Alright, so I'm going to put the lens back on. That way I can take off the gloves. And last thing to do with these lights is to put the back plastic cover back on, which I can't hold the light and the camera do at the same time, so it's just I think 4 or 6 clips. No, 8 clips. So I'll just go ahead and clip those 8 clips back into place, and we should be good to go. Alright, 8 clips. Easy peasy. And this is how it looks with the stainless. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that back in there, make sure everything's good. Alright, so this concludes the 2 mods that we've done this morning. I've got that US Speedo blue and stainless gauge background. Can't see it over there because of the reflection. So that was one thing that we did. And then the other thing that we did while we had everything open was tossed in some blue LED lights from superbrightleds.com. So there's the blue lights. And oh, one more thing, we'll make sure everything works. That's it. Alright, I'm not going to put the dashboard back together right now because I got a couple more projects. I'm going to be adding an amplifier and a sub to the radio, so I'll be needing to pull that out, and I'm also going to add a switch, probably right there, for my LED light bar. So to put this back together again, it's pretty simple. It's just same 4 bolts, just put them back on, and then put the, there, just go ahead and grab that sucker and gently put it back on. You can just see where it brackets into place. You can see where it catches into place there and there and there. Pretty simple. So that is the conclusion of the stainless steel backing and the fancy schmancy blue light video. See ya.